Welcome back to the FIFAe World Cup 2024 featuring Football Manager. Thank you for joining us back in Liverpool for our final press conference of the day. And what a day it has been. A true first in the Football Manager competitive scene, and it has not disappointed. I am joined here with Dr. Benji, the good doctor himself.
Thank you.
How's it been for you today? First day of its kind?
Incredible. Having done online Football Manager events, this is a few steps above, I would say.
And you can see some of this here on the screen right now. These guys are actually still playing. We're not going to hear from South Africa in this final press conference. They've come into things a little bit late, so they're getting their games done. We'll obviously hear from them tomorrow. You can see some of the studio here and the setup, and what a setup it is. I mean, I've been lucky enough to work with FIFAe for many years, and I've got a little bit used to it, perhaps. But from the Football Manager perspective, this is star treatment kind of for the first time.
It feels a little bit unnatural for us, frankly. It's unbelievable. The setup's unbelievable. I think every manager feels very privileged to be here, and is giving it the best shot, which is all you want, really.
So right now we're going to focus on Group B, which is Brighton and Hove Albion. That's the challenge that these five nations have been given. Yeah. What did we expect from this group, and has it materialised for you?
Well, Brighton are quite a middling side in their league, and so you'd expect there to be a real lack of consistency, and we've seen a lack of consistency. Some people have started the season exceptionally well, and others have really faltered. And we talked about the sack race before. It's back on, I think.
You reckon? Okay, well, these are the five countries taking part in this challenge. As we mentioned, South Africa still in action as we speak, so we won't be hearing from them now. But we are going to hear from the following four nations. We've got the Netherlands guys, the guys from Spain, South Korea and Portugal. 3 assistant managers have been sent. How do you feel about this? I'm feeling like I know how it feels now when people just don't grace you with their presence.
It's very Football Manager. This is, and they've stayed true to that. As someone that's been doing this for many years now, it's nice to see me represented almost as I'm not there. The assistants are there.
What percentage of people do you think that play the game actually send assistant to all press conferences?
Probably too many. Most of us, I think, at this point. But again, this is part of it that we're trying to engage more people in, and so it's really up to the people behind us to ask killer questions. So we'll see.
Let's get some of those killer questions, shall we? Obviously, we need people to ask. So please welcome our managers and assistant managers from Group B. We have Jay, who is the manager of South Korea. We have Renzo, the assistant manager of the Netherlands. We have Francisco, the assistant manager of Portugal, and Manuel, the assistant manager of Spain. Welcome, gentlemen. Who would like to ask the first question to our esteemed? I think Kev wants it. Leludio, go for it, my son.
Yeah, this is kind of one for all of you, because we had a lot of speculation pre-tournament that people would favour the kind of 4-2-4 meta tactic, if you like. And we haven't seen it all day until this group, where we've had 2 of you who have used a 4-2-4 and had absolutely incredible stats. So I guess my question is to the other 2, at what point do you just give in and switch and do what they're doing because it's working so well?
I can start. Hello, this is on, I believe. Well, we start with the 4-2-3-1, and we have a second option already worked or already planned, the 4-2-4 that you were asking. And as our results were not that good, honestly, not good at all, we are probably going to change a little bit. I don't promise yet the 4-2-4, but the time is running, so who knows?
Do we want to hear from some of the guys that are playing the 4-2-4 at the moment? I know the Netherlands, Renzo, it's a formation that's working well for you. You've won 2 of your opening 3 games.
I mean, we are switching between 4-2-4 and a different tactic as well, so it's working for us. But then again, I think our most promising result didn't come with the 4-2-4. So yeah, I think we're tactically very well suited for any given circumstances, so we can switch and we don't need to rely on the meta.
Okay, I think Will's got a question in the front row.
Yeah, question for Spain. Obviously a fantastic start. I believe you're unbeaten. Obviously a tough set of fixtures, and you're setting the pace in compared to everyone, I think, as we are live right now. Do you just look across to the rest of your managers and think you're already the best manager here in the group?
No, I don't think so. We just started this season. It's like start a match scoring at minute 5. You have won nothing. we have a lot of matches in front of us. Premier League is a really, really difficult league. We have Carabao Cup, we have Euro League, UEFA Europa League. We have also the FA Cup. It's going to be a really long way, but it's better to start winning.
Chelsea's got a question for us.
For Spain, how do you stay consistent being already on a high?
I think we are going to trust all our men. We have 23 players in the team, in the squad. There are a lot of matches. We need to have them all prepared to be an important part of the team. We need to play as much games as possible with the second unit, and we have the first games of FA Cup, the Carabao Cup, then we have Oxford, and maybe the second unit will have his chance to demonstrate that they could be in the starter games in the future.
Statman Dave's got a question for us.
Yeah, question for Renzo. One of the games of the tournament, your Brighton side against the mighty Manchester United, unfortunately losing that game. How are you going to avoid performances like that?
I mean, I wouldn't say mighty Manchester United, because if you're only beating Brighton by 1 goal at home, you should be worried, I think.
Nothing wrong with Brighton.
Although that result was crazy, the game was all over the place, and at some point we were like 3-2 down, and we said like, let's throw it all forward and just go for that equalizer, which we did end up getting. But unfortunately, the Dutch school, the 4-3-3, didn't help us see it out all the way through. We even tried the 5-back, Louis van Gaal style, but that didn't work either. 94th minute, it still was a horrible mistake. Trying to go for the 4-3 actually themselves, like our Brighton players were, but unfortunately got counter-attacked and or lost the game eventually.
Zealand in row 3.
Hi, this question is for Korea. You were right next to Spain, and you heard them celebrate with a very loud "Vamos," after which you then scored a goal and yelled "Vamos." Is that your new favorite celebration?
Actually, that wasn't me. That was my assistant sitting right there.
Should have sent the assistant.
And I never asked him to do it, but I don't know why. But since he always tried to compete with Spain since he studied in Spain before. And
Amenya's got a question for us. Yep.
I'm actually a security guard, and I saw Renzo kicking a football outside, and I wasn't overly impressed. I'd like to know how you plan to convey your ideas on the pitch when obviously your football skills are quite limited. I saw you.
Kick-ups translate to football skills?
Just asking for your opinion.
Okay. So I think I've gathered enough experience to compete on big stages to even and make sure that we don't crack under pressure.
Okay.
And I was under a severe pressure there because I was thinking about Dutch football managers and doing kick-ups at the same time. So I guess that's why I'm not a player anymore and I'm a coach. So, but of course, we have the traditional Dutch style of play, which we try to implement as well in Football Manager. But I think Rowan especially has so much football manager knowledge, and we both support the same team, so we kind of have the same visualization of how we should play and how we can perform, because we both support the most successful team in the Netherlands. I'm not going to say who that is, you can make that up yourself. So I think, we'll be able to get ourselves with Brighton to good success.
No worries, all the best.
Renzo,
Thank you.
You've given me the perfect segue there to my question, actually, which is we've got a very interesting panel here. Obviously, 3 assistant managers. It's the most assistant managers that have been sent. Shout out to Jay for honouring us with your presence. I appreciate that. But we have got 2 very distinguished assistant managers in terms of esports history. We've got someone that's coached a world champion, someone that has been a world champion in another game, which is very impressive. Mm-hmm. So starting with you, Renzo, how is that sort of transferable skill from another game as a coach, and how much of the role of a coach it's become a big part of esports, hasn't it? And the different sides to it, the mental coaching, the tactical side, you can take it across from different games?
I mean, it's a very good question, but it's obviously tough for me to actually help the player like I do in for example, EAFC, because that's something that I used to play myself, and you can kind of translate your own experience more easily, and also really give an extra helping hand to game knowledge, stuff like that. And for this cause, it was for me that I am now only able to kind of guide Rowan what it's like to be at an event. Although we did have a very solid preparation, and I think that was mainly why this was valuable as well, because I just know how to prepare yourself very well for a tournament and just don't have anything up for grabs and just think of everything. And that's what we did, and that's why we feel very confident going into this competition.
Francisco, your experience on Football Manager, is it at the same level as your experience on other games, or are you in a similar position where you're able to coach them on the experience of being at a tournament and the lights and the cameras and all these things?
To be honest, I must say almost the same thing as Renzo said, because we are competing on not a new game for me, but I'm not on the same level as I am in other games, for example, EAFC. So I try to pass to the player, in this case Daniel, a lot of my experience in these big stages. As you were saying before, probably these players are not familiarized with the stages from FIFA, but we are a little bit more, and that's what I said to Daniel. He must show his passion to the game, try to focus on the bases that he brought from home and what bring him here. It's passion for the game, and also know that it's not over yet. It's only 1%, even less probably, what we played right now. So we have a lot of games going forward, and we have a lot of competitions that can move the things better for us, we hope, and worse for other people. So probably we'll see tomorrow different situations for all the four people. Probably Spain will be not that good as is today. I hope so. And probably Portugal. Certainly Portugal will be better.
A question for you, Spain, then. Follow up. Are you going to be as good tomorrow as you were today?
We will try our best.
Yeah.
It's the only I can say. We have a good start, but it's true that a lot of match in front of us, but we're going to keep this way, and let's see where we finish.
Such a nice guy.
Well,
we have an inside joke. I'm here because I'm the assistant manager, and my manager is Sir Bobby Robson, and I'm like Jose Mourinho, the translator.
You're going to have a great career ahead of you, though.
I hope so.
Sorry, Will Brazier.
In the words of the famous philosopher Shane McMahon, here comes the money. Tomorrow you get £70 million to spend. A few of you have been talking about your squads. Where you're looking to improve, and who is that top target? Starting with you, Jay, and working across.
Probably in the midfield, because I try to use tactic with the 4-3-3, but in Brighton there are like only 4 to 5 midfielder that I really want to use, so probably in the midfield.
Is there like a number one target you've got in your mind?
Not right now.
Good, smart. What about yourself then?
I mean, we're looking at the midfield as well, because it's not that strong. It could be much better. Also, the right back position is something that we're looking into, but we haven't really looked into specific names as of yet.
You told me Joel Veltman was your favourite player on the game.
Oh,
how can 100%. You do him dirty like that?
No, because we have a different role in our mind for him, and again, he will always be a part of the squad. But let's be honest, there is another couple of players that can leave the club, especially in the fullback positions, to even get stronger players.
Just feels like you're telling him one thing and then doing another to poor old Joel.
I mean, you can take it that way, but Joel is just, I mean, he's the best player on the pitch for Brighton. So.
Okay. And what about yourselves, guys?
Well, it's up to them. They will have the opportunities. We will see at the end of the season if they are playing the way we want them to play. For now, they're doing great. But in the next months, maybe tomorrow, I will tell you another words about a position. It's true that we have not the kind of midfielders that we want to have in the way we want to play. But for now, they're doing great.
Can you give me one name? I mean, everyone's been so tight-lipped. Is there a number one target on your shortlist?
Are the players listening, or can I take off their
Just
confidence?
me and you, no one's listening.
So probably we are looking for as well center midfield and the right back, but also a goalkeeper because we are not feeling that confidence on him.
What? Bart Verbrugge?
Sorry?
Bart Verbrugge? You don't like him?
Yeah, because you haven't made any difference.
Seems to be working all right for some of the teams.
I'm being nice to him at the moment.
You got a question on the fourth row, please?
Yes, Jack here. Just a question for the Spanish assistant manager. Obviously, Pep Guardiola, Mikel Arteta, Xavi Alonso. What are you Spanish guys having for breakfast that the other guys aren't having to make you so good?
Well, I think it's what they are living in the past in the league. Unai Emery, Pep Guardiola. They were playing in a league where we have Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi. So if you wanted to beat those teams, you don't have the players. So you have to create a real tactic that can beat them. So you have Unai Emery in Sevilla, just later Rafa Benitez. It's true that we have a great generation of managers, now Mikel Arteta, a young one too. So I think it's just it was so tough that now they have to come over it, and I'm pretty sure that it will happen the same in the Premier League. Maybe in 5-10 years we will see a coach that have this. They gave the step forward.
Thank you.
Benji's got a question for us.
Yeah, this is lovely. It's all very humble, but do any of you actually think you can win it? Anyone going to back themselves and say, you're here to win the whole thing?
We wouldn't be here if we didn't believe in winning the tournament, so I guess that's makes
so you're
it
guaranteeing it?
We're not guaranteeing it, but like, it's Football Manager. It's something new. We don't know who is the best player out here yet, and this week we're gonna find out how the standard levels are. But I have really great confidence in Ro and his capabilities, and I think we can go all the way. But Spain is looking very strong as well, and obviously the South Africans can still surprise us by even getting more points. I'm not sure what they're on right now, but it would be very impressive if you look at the schedule that we all had.
We won the Euro Cup. We won the Olympic Games.
Now it's coming out. Here we go.
I like you.
No, it's going to be hard to go back home being eliminated in the first group. How can I explain that to my daughters?
Well, we're looking at three definite losers, so it's going to be exciting to see which they go on to win the whole thing.
No,
but I think we've heard it there first. The Dutch will definitely win.
Of course, we want to win. Everyone wants to win. That's as Renzo said. If we were thinking about losing, we were not here. So
it's not if you want to. We all want you to win.
Yeah,
but
we want.
Are you gonna win?
I'm gonna win the next game.
He's gonna win.
I'm gonna win Brentford away.
We can't both win.
It's the game of my life.
Oh, good. There we go.
Brentford away, tough place to go. You know, it's a tough game. Do we have any other questions from the floor before we wrap up our press conference? I think that is it. So thank you very much to our guys from Group B. We'll see you again tomorrow for more games. Benji's going to join me here. Obviously, we just heard from you there, your question, but what did you make of it, the press conference?
It's very nice. But I want to see a bit more blood, to be honest. But I think that's true of all the managers. It's been very hospitable. Everyone's been very lovely to one another. But you can't all win, and so they've got to put it out there a little bit. Again, tactically, I want to see some exciting stuff. South Africa obviously aren't on the stage, but I've seen some tactics from them that we'll talk to them about tomorrow. They're really exciting. And so this lot could be in trouble.
It's going to be very interesting to see how that relationship between the managers changes as the days progress. Because obviously, even now, even tomorrow, we're only wrapping up season 1. We've got 3 seasons here. Yeah. They're going to be able to see what their competitors have done. That 3rd season, that's where there's going to be, that's where the real money's going to be made in terms of getting out of the group and, again, maybe some sackings.
Well, the comparison at the end of this season, they're all playing the same save, essentially.
Yeah.
So then it will change up into season 2. We're going to know after season 1 who the best manager is. And then it'll be who can navigate the transfer market the best. And so the pressure is on.
Yeah, we're going to see our first transfer activity tomorrow. Can't wait for that. Let's have a quick reminder of all the groups happening here. Obviously, that was very much focused on Brighton and Hove Albion, which is Group B, but we have 3 other groups that we've seen today. We have Yokohama F Marinos from the J League, of course. That's Group A. The Sporting Club de Portugal is the Group C challenge, and Dinamo Zagreb is Group D. Tomorrow, their first season as manager of those clubs will be wrapped up. Their first transfer markets will be experienced. We'll see these teams really start to change, won't we?
We will, and that's where it gets exciting, right? Where to spend the money, how to spend the money, and the comparisons to other managers. Will we see them sign the same players? And will one manager get more out of a player than another? And that's where we're going to see a true test of skill.
Will we see a manager follow suit, a transfer that's worked for one competitor? Maybe they follow in the next window, they repeat it. You know, there's going to be real repercussions to your decisions, I think, from tomorrow onwards. You're going to be like, right, you sold this player. The other guy's kept him, and he's a top goal scorer. How do you explain that?
There's also assets in this Brighton team that are going to be sold for different prices, and someone's going to get more money for a player that they're going to get slightly less for, and then we're going to ridicule them tomorrow. All about that. So it's
negotiation skills, massive part of the game.
Absolutely.
What sort of deals can they get done? We're going to find out all of this tomorrow and more. 8:30, I believe we're going to be with you, and lots to look forward to, and we'll see you then. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good evening.